Paradigm 4, week 2. I am responsible for the choices I make, as well as my reaction towards the external circumstances. This week has been a kind reminder of that more times than not, external circumstances come from people. They're not necessarily places, things, or the universe. It's people. What they say, what they don't say, how they say it, how their energy is, all sorts of stuff. But more importantly, what meaning you make about that mean for you. Typical unfortunate, easy circumstance, external circumstance for me this week was I locked the loaner keys in the car this morning. So that was an easy one to react to. Like, oh, cool, it's sunny out, I get to sit and enjoy this. The unfortunate, silent, external circumstance is hurtful words through text messages regarding the weekend in terms of how my birthday will, should, or could be spent. I was originally planned and scheduled to go out of town this weekend, and earlier in the week, my family had expressed that they wanted to do a middle of the day lunch on Saturday. And before even really thinking about it, I had just naturally committed, because that's what I do a lot of the time. Being a type A perfectionist, with a side of selfless syndrome, right? These old tendencies or these old habits and ways of being sometimes trickle in. And for me, that is definitely committing to something before I really sit down and ask myself how I feel about this. It doesn't happen nearly as much as it used to, but there are still some instances in which I do, especially regarding family and or work. Those are the big two. Loved ones and career, right? So in this realm of things, I just got to realizing that I wasn't going to, I didn't want to go to the lunch on Saturday. It wasn't going to work, because I wanted to enjoy my original commitment of being out of town for the weekend. Well, then a family member has judgment around, says a judgmental comment around the fact I don't have boundaries. So then I start spiraling into, oh, okay, so clearly there's certain people that I should be spending my time with and how I spend my time. Okay, that's strike number one, Alyssa. The second strike is that then I know I need to verbalize that I don't want to go out. So then I have to essentially let down my whole family, because I'm assuming, I'm making meaning that they really care, they really want me there. So again, then you send that, and that starts like an angry, misinterpreted war through text message. Strike number 2. Strike number 3 is the process in which what I make it mean about me. The heartache and the disappointment that I let myself down because I didn't think before I committed, because I knew that whatever I commit to, I can make happen. Again, even if it inconveniences me. But more importantly, then I had judgment around, oh, it was disrespecting the person I was supposed to go out of town with. Oh, but then if I go out of town, it's going to disrespect my family, right? So there's this really big spiral. Oh, well, then if I don't go out of town, then I should go to work because I'm going to disrespect the people that are filling in with me. So there's this whole shitstorm of like thoughts and circumstances that like you just like make it you become your identity or dictate how you should feel. But the reality is I get to make the choice. I've made the choice to enjoy the sun while the cop came and leave me out of the car. I made the choice to speak up for myself, to honor myself and say, this Saturday is not going to work for a family meal. I made the choice to allow words from another person to influence me canceling going out of town for the weekend as well. And that doesn't mean that and I love this paradigm, because in doing so, you don't get the excuse of being unhappy or resentful or disappointed or shame yourself for it. You're making your choice and you're taking responsibility for it. as well as then the outcome and your reaction to it. And so, yeah, that's been my week. I'm not sure if any of this makes sense to you or if it resonates with you, but that was my week. And so this weekend I'm going to be in my own presence and get ready to go to Costa Rica next week, because that's what I'm doing. But I really do want you to take some time. If whatever I just said, maybe listen to the video again, like the spiral of like how I made it about we make it about ourselves, and you go back to the beginning of the paradigm. You're responsible for the choices you make. So whatever choice you make, you have to start with how are you allowing others to impact you and your way of being and your commitments and your feelings and your interpretation of yourself and your identity and what way, shape, or form you should be living. That's the first place to start from. And then trickle from there. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? Oh, I'm allowing this to happen. Oh, okay. But really just tap inward to, what do you want? Because you get to make it about you. Every moment of your time here on earth should be about you, so you can be your true, authentic self, and then you can take care of others from there. So, week 2, paradigm 4.